picture in my head. Faded Polaroid sits proudly in my grasp. Its plain old little frame has aged far past the age that it would be replaced. But there are no picture frames in space. I saw the most beautiful sight. I came up to Saturn's rings and flew right on by the side. I don't want to sound too saccharine, but I couldn't help but be reminded of your eyes. You know I always try. When each star looks just like the next, it all just feels so blue. All these light years that I travel, I still travel without you. Galaxies all around me, they all glitter with a passion. They say, hold on boy, one day you'll be back home. I lay surrounded in black sky, lost for all eternity, but time still moves on by. The brilliant comet's tails are still so gallantly bright, I could cry. There's no place to wipe my eyes. The vessel I reside in isn't fixed. These walls I swore were parallel now skew aside like this. But perhaps I might be seeing things. I've been alone so long I can't be sure. You would tell me what's wrong. When each star looks just like the next, it all just feels so blue. All these light years that I travel, I still travel without you. Galaxies all around me, they all glitter with a passion. They say, hold on boy, one day you'll be back home. When each star looks just like the next, it all just feels so blue. All these light years that I travel, I still travel without you. Galaxies all around me, they all glitter with a passion. They say, hold on boy, one day you'll be back home. When each star looks just like the next, it all just feels so blue. All these light years that I travel, I still travel without you. Galaxies all around me, they all glitter with a passion. They say, hold on boy, one day you'll be back home. When each star looks just like the next, it all just feels so blue. All these light years that I travel, I still travel without you. Galaxies all around me, they all glitter with a passion. They say, hold on boy, one day you'll be back home. When each star looks just like the next, it all just feels so blue. All these light years that I travel, I still travel without you. Galaxies all around me, they all glitter with a passion. They say, hold on boy, one day you'll be back home. When each star looks just like the next, it all just feels so blue. All these light years that I travel, I still travel without you. Galaxies all around me, they all glitter with a passion. They say, hold on.
Hello, everyone. Yeah. So this is a little different from what I usually do. I can take off the headphones, but so hi. it's me, Henry, and as you know, I have recently hit the milestone of 1,000 subscribers. Huzzah! And that means a couple of things. One, I can finally remonetize my videos, which is very helpful when getting them noticed again by the algorithm and all that eldritch stupidity. But also, it means I could post stuff in the community tab. And I wanted to just lay out a couple of announcements here and now just to you guys so that, I don't know, just to give you some updates on some things that are going to be happening going forward. So, the first thing that I wanted to talk about was that community tab. I'm planning on mostly using it to announce projects and stuff that are occurring outside of YouTube, or perhaps offer recommendations for material that I think could be helpful to you if you enjoy my stuff. But also, I don't exactly want to be one of those people that post a new video in their... Whoops, bumped the mic. I don't want to be one of those people that post in the community tab every time they upload a new video, even though that's apparently how you're supposed to get those videos noticed, but that's all irrelevant. So, yeah. Hello, Seth Gobin. Hello, John Fisher. Yay, two people that actually have seen me in real life watching. That's always a fun thing. But, yeah, I'm just gonna chill for a little bit. But if you have any questions about some things that I'm going to be doing, if you have any questions about anything that I plan on doing going forward, or any questions about stuff going on with me, feel free to shoot them towards me in the chat. And yeah, all while we're doing that, couple last minute plug things. You might notice in the cards, I think it's, yeah, up screen right there, there's a small little poll that will say what kind of games you would like to see. And one option is marked a game with trains and a game with robots. So if that's something you're interested in seeing, let me know. I'm planning on switching between these two games throughout the duration of the stream. So if you find yourself preferring one over the other, let me know. But I think with all that said, I have to put on the hat because these headphones are a little tough. Seth, any fully animated shorts in the works? Well, here's the thing about that. As you probably know, animation is a very lengthy process, and it's something that requires a lot of time. And as someone who is currently working 2 jobs, plus substitute teaching, and it is, and making these videos, it's something that I want to do more, but it's going to be, it'll probably be something that won't be seen until much later. And it's interesting you mentioned this. I actually, I didn't bring it with me here today. I have a new drawing tablet, and that's going to be very helpful in that sort of process. My old one was kind of bad, but now with the new drawing tablet, there are a couple of projects that I've reached out to some people about. It is way too early to actually go into any solid detail about that because yeah, it's, again, lengthy process and all that. So crap, I need to open my office door. I will be right back. Ugh. Yeah, also, for those who don't know, I work at the David Rice Library as their video producer. So that's going to be... So I'm actually broadcasting from my office. So I think actually might as well give you guys a little bit of the tour. So obviously this is my desk, but also you'll see the green screen that I'm working with, which is could be better. Not gonna really complain too much though, because it does the job decently. And over here is the desk that I'm slowly using as, I don't know, get a bit of my hashtag branding for my as a content creator. But I don't know, this is just to give you an idea of what sort of setup I'm working with. But I think that's enough preamble. I think I'm gonna start playing some games. So just to let you know, in preparation for this stream, I have actually made a couple of special bit of stream UIs that can help make this a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. But for our very first game, we are going to be playing Mini Metro. So Mini Metro is a very cool, fun puzzle game that I really enjoy. You're basically designing the public transit for a city, and we'll see more of that in a second. But does my camera automatically locate the green screen? No, it pretty much all the green screen shots you've seen in my videos, that requires a lot of color keying and a lot of different visual effects that I've added in Adobe Premiere. If you look, you can see that there are some parts where the colors don't match perfectly, and there are like some parts of me that end up disappearing in the process. But it's like most of the things that have occurred in my videos over the years, the 2 years, it's been a process. It's been a lot of practice and a lot of learning new tricks. And hopefully by the time, the more practice I get with this sort of stuff, the better my green screen stuff will look, if that answers your question. But yeah. Oh, I almost forgot to mention the best part of this game. This game's, you can't listen to it right now because it's muted, but this game has a phenomenal music UI designed by the artist Disaster Piece. He's an electronic artist who is most well known for his work on the game Fez, as well as the movie It Follows, and he just does a lot of really cool, interesting stuff. But I think, yeah. Hang on, I'm going to be messing with some of the windows so I could see the chat and my broadcasting software just to make sure that everything's okay. Yeah, it was... Yeah, John, the green screening is not exactly an exact science. It's something that, again, requires a lot of practice. Let's see. Oof, this is just decimating my computer's performance right now. And I have like a decently beefy setup. But I guess that's just how it be. So, goodness. Yeah. So, you know what? Let's just start off with the London Underground. That deserves some. If you pay attention to any infrastructure news, which why wouldn't you? You know that London certainly has its own fair share of public transit issues. So let's. Hey, Mini Metro, can I game? Hey, video game. Ugh. Yeah. Well, it should also be noted that I'm still somewhat. There we go. I'm still somewhat amateurish when it comes to actually streaming. So, it's just a simple matter of connecting the transits. And while. Have I ever been on a Metro IRL? Yes, I have. When visiting Washington, D.C., when I was younger, as well as in the brief times where I would visit New York. I visited a number of. I've ridden the Metro. It's really not that different from riding a bus. It's just a lot faster. And if you know me, anything about me, I have a lot of thoughts and opinions about public transportation and why we need it. And this game definitely scratches that itch of trying to. It's a very chill puzzle game with great sounds and all that stuff, but at the same time it's also a, I don't know, it talks about public transportation and that sort of thing, and I think that's neat. By the way, let me know if the game audio or my audio is a little loud. I don't want to exactly blow your guys' ears out. So, another interesting part of this, you have a limited number of tracks and tunnels that you can do, and depending on your city's layout, it presents a limited number of resources. So right here, I want to connect this node to another area, but I can't do that without it connecting to the river. So it presents a couple of interesting challenges. So do you want to... So I could instead create a transfer station. That way I'm using one less bridge. That way... Oh, never mind. Because as you progress, you get new things, and it gives you tunnels, which is something I desperately need. So let's just... I think I'll connect the purple line right here. Just so that there's a nice connectivity to this. It's been a while since... I bet Chicago's metro system is very interesting, John. Man. I don't know if you guys know this, but trains are pretty rad. Like, they could take you places really quickly. They usually have... I've been on the one... Okay. Yeah. New York's... I hear good... like I said, the New York City subway is a very distant memory for me, but it's... It's interesting. I feel like that we don't have enough trains in general. Like, things would be a lot better if we had more trains. But that's just me, though. So How's everyone's day been? I'll tell you right now, my day's been pretty hectic alongside various projects at the library. I've also been gosh darn it. Okay. Well, why'd you have to put a station right there? Make my life all the more difficult. But yeah, what was it? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. So this is another interesting thing that happens here. So as you progress, new different types of railway stations begin to appear. And this causes a dilemma where, do you want to build a new train line, which could potentially connect to different stops, or do you want to increase your current rail line's capabilities by adding a carriage or adding a different car? So, in my experience playing this, I think it will be better if I laid down a new track that way. Okay, then. And that way, that will allow more routes to be covered, and you would have a larger surface area within your city that could be managed, and that will generally increase the productivity of your railway. Now, all right, so gotta push that all the way over there. But anyway, projects. So, alongside my projects for the library, I've also been spoiler alert, you're going to be seeing me getting very frustrated at trains throughout the stream. But alongside my library projects and my video projects, I've been trying to sort of diversify my output onto the internet. I used to do a podcast called the Pokey Bros podcast with my friend Richard, but due to our schedules not really mixing, and as well as not us really not knowing what we were doing in terms of podcasting, that show's kind of on a hiatus while we get things more figured out. But in lieu of that, that's helpful. That's helpful. But in lieu of that, we've been developing, that is to say, myself and my good friend Emma Corey, who is a writer and just does a lot of really good stuff. We are doing a... I'll read that response in a second, John. We are posting a new podcast called The Pink Aisle, and The Pink Aisle is a podcast that discusses the Barbie movies. So if you ever watched those when you were a kid, or or inevitably had a sister that watched those, you probably have some thoughts and feelings about those movies. And a while ago, back in December, me and Emma actually made a video about that, the truth to the Barbie movies. And if you want some more background on that, I highly encourage that you watch that on the channel. But in the meantime, I'm going to be posting links to that in the community tab, and soon you'll be able to listen to that. Soon you'll be able to listen to that on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or basically wherever you get your podcast. But it's going to be a little bit of a process. But until then, okay, so see, this is the sort of intense train action that you can expect from Mini Metro. Just only the true gamers are able to handle this public infrastructure management. Okay, I hear great things about Barbie Horse Adventure for the PS2. That is, maybe if we run out of movies, that's something we can discuss. But for now, it's going to be mostly us discussing movies as well as basically the general history of Barbie and the ways that people have sort of interacted with her over the years. So, should be interesting. So, we've already recorded at least 3 episodes already, and they've been a whole lot of fun. Emma is a great co-host and, like I said again, a really good writer. And, yeah, I guess that'll just be something to look out for in the future. But, okay, yeah, John, your story. St. Patrick's Day, drunk guy offered $1 to use my phone. I actually think I recall you telling me this story a long time ago, John. I could be totally off the mark on this, but okay. So. But oh, hello, John Barton. Thank you for tuning into this stream. We're mostly just playing, at this point, I'm just playing some Mini Metro, which is a great game about trains and just a nice little chill, relaxing time. So if you have any questions or anything, just feel free to drop them in the chat. So, ooh, I see we have a whole 6 people watching me. That's very exciting. Oh crap, okay, it looks like the red line is getting a little full, so yeah. But just for the record, this isn't the only game we're going to be playing on the stream today. I have a second game that I really enjoy that I'm gonna plan on playing a little later. So yeah, should be a fun time. But yeah. Another really okay, I guess gotta shift the right there. Another thing I really like about this game is that it kind of like Seth, I hope you know that was a bad joke. Like, as your former teacher, I need to just throw out just how kind of disappointed I am. But yes, technically that does make you a sort of wireless router. Oh, okay, now this is an interesting dilemma. So, as you might have noticed, that there are a lot of train lines that I've sort of built up. John Barton, what kind of music I listen to? Oh, now that's a question. Well, oh crap. Okay, so purple line is getting very full. But to answer your question, it's the very cliche, oh, I listen to a lot of stuff, but I do. What I'm listening to currently is mostly a mixture of soundtracks from film, games, television, and as well as a lot of pop music and electronic music. As you in the pre-stream, I was playing in the pre-stream, I was playing a track from Eric Taxxon. He's a really cool electronic artist. He does a lot of really interesting synth pop, as well as, oh crap, he's also known for actually making a lot of videos on YouTube, and I highly recommend his stuff if you're interested in discussions about art or discussions about like copyright and stuff like that. I'll be honest, I don't agree with a lot of what he says, but I agree with certain things I agree with certain things from him, but something I believe is that you should try to, like, something I try to emphasize in a lot of my work is that you should try to better understand the perspectives of different people. And oh god, this green line is getting way too bad. Okay, we're gonna have to change some things, so I'm gonna connect to that there. And oh crap. Oh no. See, this is what happens when you don't pay attention in Mini Metro. Things just end up getting very clustered. But in terms of pop music, I also... Okay, crap. I need to be smart about this. So I'm going to connect these. Okay. Hopefully this can put more pressure on some of the more heavily used stations. Oh yeah, I'm glad you like him, John. But in terms of pop music, big favorites, Janelle Monáe's Dirty Computer. I have thoughts that I keep trying to make into a video, but things keep happening. But oh god, can I trust the trains to get there on time? But other ones, let's see. Janelle Monáe's Dirty Computer, pretty much everything off of the Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack. Let's see, what else? I'm just gonna look through my music library now that you asked. Honestly, lo-fi... I mean, the thing about those lo-fi anime girl study stream things is that, yeah, they are pretty relaxing, but I found that their libraries are kind of just... sometimes they just straight up steal some of the music that they use in those streams, which kind of turns me off. But also, oh god, they added a star station. Well, that's gonna complicate things. But also they tend to, I don't know, sometimes they feel like very, very basic vaporwave sort of tracks, which, nothing against vaporwave as a genre or anything like that, but I feel like, ooh, yeah, we're gonna need a new line. Oh no. No. Okay, let's see how this helps. But also, see, when I booted up this game, I thought, oh, this is a very chill puzzle game. I can just sit back, watch the trains go while answering your questions. But as you get into the thousands range, it starts getting a little bit hectic. But so apologies for that. But also, I find that if you're into that sort of like lo-fi synth pop sort of deal, you're it's going to be a lot better for the artist if you actually just look into their work by itself. Other good synth pop people that I like to listen to, there's an artist called City Girl. You can find her work on Bandcamp. There's Eric Taxxon. Oh, we can only hope for that. But yeah, I said vaporwave, John. It's, I don't know, compared to a lot of more modern electronica, it's, I like vaporwave in theory. Like, I like a lot of the aesthetics. It's, as someone who also does graphic design stuff, it's a nice aesthetic that I can get behind. But I don't know, a lot of it feels very based in like edgelord humor sometimes, and which, I mean, if that's what you're into, go for it, but just not my cup of tea all the time. But let's see, what other music am I listening to? So okay, there you go. Like I said, John Barton, I should specify. Nothing wrong with those lo-fi anime streams. If that's what you're into, go for it. Similar with vaporwave. I mean, life is short. People could deserve to like what they like and all that stuff. So, and I do think that it does speak to a general need that a lot of people have. Oh no. So now this is where things get really interesting, where I'm completely out of lines, so now I have to focus on optimizing the layout of the track so that so that I can more efficiently use these spaces. So, and this might mean, yeah, and this might mean redirecting routes and combining routes. So let's. Yeah. But some other pop stuff. Ooh. This is gonna sound really strange because I generally don't watch anime. Mostly because I don't have the time to watch a lot of TV in general, except for the stuff that I've already like kind of committed to, but also it's just something. But I am very much into this J-rock band, Unison Square Garden. They've done a lot of anime openings. If you know the song Kenkai Sensen from the anime Blood Block Brigade, they did the post-credits themes for that. They also did the theme song for this running anime called Run with the Wind. See, I say it's strange that I don't watch anime, but like, it's strange because I do have a decent base of knowledge of like what anime is out there right now, and mostly because I tend to watch videos about people talking about anime and that sort of stuff, but also because I just really like a lot of anime theme songs. Like there's the classics like Tank from the Seatbelts for Cowboy Bebop. You got your Cruel Angel's Thesis for Evangelion. I'm just looking through my anime crap playlist. Limit Break X Survivor from Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, there's just, whoops, didn't mean to press that. Ooh, Butterfly from Digimon. That's also very nice. But yeah. Oh god, okay, let's well, we ended up doing pretty good. After 63 days of running the metro, we transported over 1,000 passengers. So yeah. Yeah, so yeah, things kind of just started getting a little dicey as time went on. So I mean, I think that does speak to a larger thing with. Whoop, sorry. I think that does speak to a larger thing about infrastructure and how there is only a finite number of resources that you're going to be having to utilize, and it almost presents a somewhat nihilistic take on how eventually things will fade away, but I tend to not focus on that sort of reading. But yeah, it's interesting. So, all right, I'm gonna. Oh. Ugh. Can I? I'm trying to pull up the chat. Apologies, it's my computer's contemplating things. Give Netflix time. I don't think they announced a release date for Evangelion, but okay. Thanks for the recommendations, John Martin. I'll have to remember to be specific about that. But I think I'm gonna. The game is called Mini Metro. You can get it on Steam. I believe there's also a mobile port, and yeah, you can also get it DRM free on Good Old Games and a lot of stuff. It's a really fun, simple puzzle game that was always a favorite of mine. So I think the current plan is I'm going to play one more level and then we're going to move on to the next game. So, ooh, yay! Let's go to San Francisco. Now this is a difficult level, if memory serves. Mostly because you have to deal with the very large river. Okay, those are very valid choices, John. Okay. So when I first started playing this game, my first instinct was, oh, I need to make circular tracks. But as the more I played, interestingly enough, I found that those weren't as efficient. So, I don't know. Efficiency is like the name of this game here. I gotta tell you, it has been a very long time since it's been a while since I've been able to play like a lot of my PC games for leisure. Most of the time I'll be pretty busy with work and stuff, and that I think I'm just gonna well, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's been a while since I played like played a game that I wasn't like planning on making a video about on the computer. Like, I have this gigantic Steam library of games that I've just kind of ignored for a while, which is a shame because I would save a whole lot more money if I didn't play. If I played those games and didn't keep buying newer ones. Okay. Like, one other game that I was planning on streaming, but I couldn't get it to work with the computer hardware I'm working with, was Hyperlight Drifter. That also has a soundtrack made by Disaster Piece. And yeah, I've always really wanted to play it, but I wasn't able to get it in a sale until a lot recently. So okay, let's just oh yeah, summer sale. I'll be honest, I kind of just had to stop messing with the summer sales lately just cuz I already have so many games and I can't play them all, so it'll be better. It's better to enjoy the stuff you already got. But yeah, I wanted to play Hyper Light Drifter on stream with you guys, actually. I actually had a very interesting UI thing set up for it. But unfortunately, that wasn't compatible with the computer I'm working with right now. So, c'est la vie. This is a pretty efficient railroad I got set up, if I do say so myself. Except... Okay, now here's the struggle. Do I get new lines that could potentially help increase the efficiency? Or do I add more tunnels, which are an extremely vital resource for San Francisco? Let's go with... Yeah, it's going to be a lot healthier in the long run, too. Let's see. I think I was overestimating how much was going to be going on in this little area, so... Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that's the thing. They tell you how PC gaming is very inexpensive long term, but problem is you got to have a really good machine in order to deal with the sort of hardware. Okay, so I think I'm gonna disconnect that, and this can serve as a big transfer station. There we go. Yeah, laptops, man, if you look way back in my video library, there's a video that I did on the visual novel Valhalla, Cyberpunk Bartending Action, and I played that completely on my on like an old Asus like laptop. To give you perspective on... Oh, crap. Okay. All right. We're gonna need to... this is what happens when I don't pay attention. Let's see. But yeah, to give you a perspective on how not powerful this machine was, it could only hold 20 gigabytes in its hard drive. 20. And a majority, to give perspective, the basic system files for your standard Windows computer is about like 15 to 17, depending on what hardware you're working with. So, in order to play my games, I had to have... Oh, I don't have my keys. I basically had to have a separate thumb drive that I would plug into the computer so that I could play my games. And if anything happened to bump the thumb drive and stuff, it would cause everything to crash, and it could potentially corrupt my save data. And yeah, that wasn't fun. Was not fun. But on the plus side, so all of the video footage that I recorded for Valhalla and that video, it was all on that single laptop. So yeah, it was certainly a thing. Okay, the diamond. All right. I'm gonna have to connect the orange line. No. Oh. Yeah, I feel that pain. When I was very, very young, I tried to play Lego Star Wars 2 on a old family computer, and the frame rate would get so bad. And keep in mind, this is like a GameCube era game. Granted, it was also when it was relatively new, but the Lego games are not that graphically intensive compared to other games. So yeah, this computer, it went through some stuff. Okay. Yeah, the Blue Railroad's gonna be needing some help. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to drop down a new line that could help. Like I said, I don't want to try and be too reliant on circular routes, but by having this completely covered, increase in efficiency, but that's another thing I really like about this game. It just, the more you build it up, it kind of gives you an insight into like what the mental process was when people were designing these cities. And it creates this very, I'll say the word again, aesthetically beautiful thing. All right, go get your shot, Seth. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get to the other game soon. I don't want this stream to go on for 60 hours or anything like that, so. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, Seth. All right. Oh no! I just realized. The audio for this game Have you guys not been hearing the audio of this? Oh, that's a shame, because it has... Part of the reason why this is a very chill experience is because of the dynamic soundtrack that occurs. Let me know if the track is a little too loud or soft or whatnot. Well, I do have... No. Let's cut through here, cut through here. Bam. Bam. Oh no, this route's not doing so good. Let's... Alright. Luckily I have a lot of train stops. That's another thing. You want to make sure that any of the uniquely shaped routes, like this weird cone, the star, the diamond, and stuff like that, you got to make sure that they have a lot of stops going in and out, because there are going to be people that want to... There are going to be a lot of people that want to go to the unique stops. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I guess we gotta... Oh no. Oh no. Let's see. Excuse me. There's just something so satisfying as, like, seeing a system that you designed functioning somewhat okay. Okay. Let's see, what's an especially long route that could use another one of these? Yeah, I guess I gotta do the tan line. We could always change that a little later. This game makes you sort of feel like Bob Ross, where you're just looking and you're thinking, I'm gonna just Change the little lines right there. Just make a little happy track. Just gonna make things look. Oh, for Christ's sake. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah, looks like this is gonna... Looks like this is it. Unless... Oh no! Didn't even notice that one. Okay. Oh no, what to do, what to do. Wow, this route is... Oh no, I can't move. This yellow line is moving at full capacity. Oh, cause it's a transfer station to the other bus. No. Yeah. Well, that was fun. So... If I can switch to camera stream, please. There we go. All right. So, while I get things set up, we are going to be playing another game. This one is tangentially related into one of my future video projects of my many future video projects. So, obviously, I'm not going into too much detail about it because, yeah, it's just one of those things. One of those things that I've kind of realized is that it's usually better to not deal with. It's better to not deal with the expectations by just telling everyone your immediate plans for what you want to do. Because things can happen and it can cause you to not really follow through on some things. And that's not something that people like. So, let's see. Okay. I'm waiting for the game to load up. Oh. But now, we're going to be playing, if it will load, 2064 read-only memories. Alright. Pardon me while I get the audio all together. But yeah. Yeah, that's probably the best place to keep it. So, I played this game before on my other computer, but this is going to be a completely new game. I've already beaten it, but yeah, there are some key differences. But this is 2064 read-only memories developed by Midboss. They are a collective that is focused on creating diverse games and helping to, you know, they do a lot of really interesting, like, they are the organizers behind the gaming convention Gamescom, and they helped develop this game. And it's a really cool game, which we'll get into a moment why. But yeah, so I'm just gonna be quiet while they say their thing.
Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to Parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a Parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered.
Ah, yes. So, oh man, this game is just so cool. Like, heads up, I'm a big sucker for a lot of cyberpunk storytelling, but I'm way more interested in cyberpunk stories that can differentiate themselves from just the simple, like, oh, neon streetlights. And, oh, neon streetlights. And, oh, they're gunslingers in the streets and bounty hunters. Like, this is... I find that cyberpunk has a really interesting narrative potential that I think has been somewhat underutilized in certain respects. But enough of that. I don't plan on playing a large amount. Just maybe like the first chapter or so. But who knows? Maybe I'll play some more of this in the future. But Home sweet home. Okay, maybe not so sweet. Musty might be a better descriptor. But this is a point-and-click adventure game that is sort of styled in a Sega Master System style. But, no, let's look at this. You don't know exactly what the ooze is, but only that it seems to be growing every day. Oh, here's our plant. This plant is in pretty bad shape. Isn't this supposed to be one of the easier plants to take care of? Well, we could try talking to it. They say plants react positively to conversations, but this poor thing might be too far gone already. Let's try talking again. If your plant was in any state of discussion, sure, it would surely enjoy the thrilling formal debates on current events. If. That's a sheet of paper. A single sheet of loose, unsorted paper lies on the ground. Well, let's pick it up then. It sort of suits the room aesthetic better on the ground, don't you think? No, game, I don't. Alright. A pair of GX Ultra Beats headphones, the ultimate budget and audio. You better try them out so you can start crafting a review. So, in this game, you are a writer, a journalist specifically, and, yeah, I think, oh, they're smart headphones. So you should be able to use them with any sort of things that are lying around in your apartment. So I think it's one of those things that is, again, I find cyberpunk stories a lot more interesting when you try to differentiate it from the standard cyberpunk bounty hunter or cyberpunk criminal or soldier sort of thing, and try to explore different unconventional directions. Like in Valhalla, another great cyberpunk game that I highly recommend. This is, you are a bartender, and there's another cyberpunk bartending game. I don't know what it's called. Ooh, I might have to just, yeah, I'm gonna actually just look this up on stream. Cyberpunk bartender game. It's called, not Nirvana. Game? Oh, that's just gonna pull up stuff for Cyberpunk 2077. Maybe if I double check Steam again. Because I know it's here. Let's see. Not Shadowrun, not Valhalla, not Axiom Verge. It's like, what's it called? Grid. Oh god, this is gonna bother me. Ah, no. Okay. Okay. I will return to the game in a second. I just wanna, I believe it was brought up in the Red Strings Club. Yes. Okay. So the Red Strings Club, that is also a cyberpunk bartending game that is on Steam, but it is a lot different to Valhalla, whereas Valhalla is more of a visual novel. I guess the more closer comparison for the Red Strings Club is sort of like Papers, Please, if you ever played those games. But yeah, those come highly recommended. So anyway, back to the game. Oh, here's some coffee. More of a tea person myself, but coffee, the great equalizer. The one thing that the poor and rich alike need to chug through the day, you assume. This cup is really cooled off on talking. It's lost its hot for you for a while. Okay, can I just... You take a sip of the old stale coffee. The letter F and K are as clear as day. It's also really gross. Well, let's look at the Lappy. Good old Lappy. It might not be powerful, or the fastest, or have the best screen, but, well, it works. Again, very relatable. Lappy is a bit of a relic. Okay, well, you have an article due tonight. Better finish it before bed. Yeah. Before you can write the review for the dang headphones, you should test them around the apartment first. Ah, crap. Okay, let me just do that. Well, I want to look at... Let's see, is there anything in the fridge I can look at? Video screen on the front says, mustard, half full, spoiled milk, 10 days past expired. And that's it. Great. Well, can I interface my headphones with it? You sync the headphones and listen to a live stream of a cooking show about making ramen and using household materials. Unfortunately, you learn that mustard and spoiled milks aren't quite enough to make good ramen. Well... You hear the sink gurgling in high def. Okay, that should be enough testing for the headphones review. Your accountability remains intact. Right away. Well... I want to test it more. It's got to be a lot more thorough. Did you sync automatically as you start watching a live concert from Oakland? Okay. Now you're getting paid to write... Hey, now you're getting paid to write the review. No one expects you to be this morally grounded. Okay. Fine, game. I understand. I gotta do that. Well, I could write the article, but let's see what's happening in the news. Okay, current events article. Let's just... The human revolutionary remains vigilant in the #StayHuman protest in Upper Market. December 19th. The Human Revolution is on day 10 of their protesting outside of the Genus Clinic around the city, including those in the East Bay and down on the peninsula. Genus, the gene splicing treatment facility, have met with much controversy since the organization reached mainstream exposure over the past few years. Genus employee Morgan Crane spoke to OK Today exclusively. According to him, most Genus workers are up in arms, claiming they're being terrorized in their own city. We are here to help the people who need gene therapy for their own personal reasons, whatever they are, said Crane. Individual rights have been of paramount importance to us, he continued, and we believe that our customers have the right to live as they please or require. The Human Revolution stands behind their claim that the genus is diluting the human experience by providing hybrids with gene splicing treatment. The group feels that the goals stated by Genus, in addition to the newer cybernetic technologies, are warping humanity into a very scary, dark future. They're playing God in the most senseless of ways. We are born human. Who are we to mess with our genes and start turning everyone into who knows what? Said one protester, who asked to remain anonymous. It's ridiculous and scary. It's not human. More information to follow as the story develops late into the holiday 2064 season. June Valmer Anna from OK Today. Okay, I'm not gonna read everyone. Let's see.
Hey, it's Charlie Nova, host of Star in the Stratosphere, and tonight in the stars, join Ryan V. Josio and the Hassy Boys us for our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special, where I'll interview some of the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show, starting at 10 p.m.
Thanks, I hate it. Okay. Alright. Sports, nah. A local news article. Story about broken down Froyo stand. Story about our hometown Neo SF 49ers. I'll just read through this. Gross. Alright. Golden Gate vandalism on the ride. Reports show that the local foodie booth, JJ's Froyo stand, was destroyed last night in what appears to be another case of a rogue ROM committing an act of vandalism. The cart was evidently attacked and damaged by a large ROM that had no shell. Witnesses state that the alleged perpetrators have been randomly appearing at night before lumbering back to the nearby trees on the western side of the park. This is the first case of a ROM being reported live on its own in the wild as a stray. Police say tracking down a potential owner of a ROM is likely impossible. Some speculate that the strange ROM may have been framed by vandals who set their crimes deliberately to make it appear as though it was carried out by the ROM, rogue, or under orders. OK Today reached out to Parallax for comment, and they assured that the rogue ROM is purely a myth that tends to pop up conveniently when low revenue business have the urge to file an insurance claim. Parallax did not appreciate the report of vandalism being attributed to their models. Is this wild ROM a real deal, or could it be a fairy tale created by those looking to make a quick buck? Or perhaps there is something else to be gained. More as this story progresses. Mel Topkins, OK Today. All right, yeah, let's actually. Let's actually. Let me just check my inbox. Weekly update. This is weekly updates. Popular prices. Okay, I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna unsubscribe from the news. Oh, cool. Work mail. Yes. Hi there, lead editor. What the F sounds, formerly OMG sounds. New upcoming audio feed looking for hot. We'd love to feature a product review. Okay. Great exposure. And if we like your stuff, we could probably sew some creds your way. Don't you know people die of exposure? Yes. Oh god, this bill. Your account is pat due to the amount of... Oof. Termination of service. Ah yes, that age-old choice between food and electricity. Coupon for 5. Oh, Hassie. Yeah. Alright. And rent is nearly due. Okay. Yep. Alright. I heard you, game. Let's... Alright. Time to get to work. Get work out of the way. Let's do this. Selling your soul, bit by bit, character by character. Finished. Now to send it off to the editor. There. Your big break. Surely your glowing review of the GX Ultra Beats was your ticket out of poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Work finally out of the way. Time for bed. Or maybe a little lip slide first. Yeah. See, it's important to reward yourself after break. You sync up your headphones and watch a live stream of some kittens playing. Oh, okay, that's it. Yeah, that's about it for today. Let me double check to make sure that. Well, at least you feel safe behind this newly installed security door. Okay, that's good. So we won't have to deal with break-ins. Sounds secure. Let's talk to the plant one more time. They say plants react to positive conversation with us. Well, we can hope. Alright. Alright. It's time to go to bed.
Good. You're finally awake. I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient.
You're telling me,
Are
but...
you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
How did you get into my apartment?
I came in through the door, of course.
What?
The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code.
Oh, only 17.
It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the SecuGate M/14723-B.
Cool. 17 trillion. God. I knew my lanyard lord was full of it when he said it was the best.
Don't feel too bad.
Oh, really? Yeah?
I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter.
That doesn't help at all.
Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken. And that you left it open.
You know my dog's birthday?
I know a lot of things. Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had to enter the codes manually, but it was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly.
I like sleep in theory, John, but I'm one of those insane people that likes to focus on getting as much stuff done in the day, and sleep feels almost defeated, which is not a healthy mindset for that.
I would suggest investing in an Insect Model 1355 automatic security door. The 1385 is newer, but I find the added attack vector introduced by the integrated voice commands isn't worth the convenience.
Okay.
The 1355 also has 300 5-star reviews on Congo.
Okay, but also... Hold on, what are you doing in my apartment?
I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC.
Okay, thank you, but also...
Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my microactuators, so I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit.
Thank you, but also...
As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
What? No. What'd you do to my computer? A snag. A snag.
A Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware.
What? No.
An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well.
You broke my computer.
I would consider it no great loss, though. Why were you using that dinosaur to begin?
All my work is there. I don't have enough money for a new computer.
Don't fret.
I think I will fret.
I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash.
Okay.
Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs.
Okay, that's all well and good, but also, who are
It is the
you?
least I can do.
That's nice, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous.
Oh. Yeah, same.
I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden until now.
Hayden? Wait, Hayden, you know Hayden Weber?
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes.
I haven't seen Hayden in over a year. Where is he?
I don't really know. That's why I'm here.
What?
Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
Statistically... Okay. Slow down, let's start from the beginning.
The beginning. Okay, yes, I can do that. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me.
Okay.
He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left.
Okay. Was anyone out for Hayden?
I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert, but he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked.
Not the best policy,
It's not
the
as
dude.
though he has any obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
Okay, but why would they want Hayden?
He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped.
I just now noticed that this window is like covering half the screen, so I'm gonna try and battle against the computer's CPU in order to... Apologies. Let me just... Can I move? Please? Oh god. Okay, just... Alright. This is gonna be good? Alright, that's probably as good as it's gonna get.
I suspect it has to do with me.
Who are you anyway? What do you have to do with it?
Ah, excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing. I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments.
Okay.
He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him.
I see.
Either to stop his research or to take it and use it for themselves.
So, how are you different from any
A
other
regular
ROM?
ROM has virtual intelligence.
Okay.
They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me.
Alright, so a self-coding machine.
But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
Oh, buddy. How would you know one way or the other?
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question.
Oh boy.
How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will?
I think we're getting a little too philosophical here.
You're right. I apologize for the tangent.
Ugh, it's okay. But why am I your best hope?
I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book.
Okay.
Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
I've never looked for a missing person, but guess I could try.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
Excuse me? I guess we'll see about that.
Don't worry, if Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable.
Okay. Thank you,
If
Cherry.
anything, it's worth trying for Hayden.
Alright, well, I guess we should get started.
Indeed, time is of the essence.
Okay then.
I took the liberty of charging the AutoCab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived.
Oh, thanks for taking money out of my bank account. Yeah, okay, I can totally afford that. Lead the way. Alright, I'm gonna just quickly save. Wait. Alright. What just happened? Oh no. Yeah, they named him Turing. This is a... Oh god. Oh, I hope it didn't stop. Oh no. Yep. Well, this might end up being a nice place to stop anyway. Oh, okay, thank God. Are there no... oh well. Well, it looks like, something caused the game to crash. So, I think we're gonna probably end it all. Can I stop the program, please? Thank you. Okay, well, unfortunately, something caused the game to crap the bed right there, but that was probably a good place to stop for the day anyway. So, I think, with all that said, it's all right, John, but if anything, I hope that demonstration could serve as a nice little demo of what would come with that game, because it's genuinely one of the more enjoyable gaming experiences I've ever had, and I highly, highly, highly recommend you play Read Only Memories at some point. But it was to be. Failure is sometimes to be expected, so can't be too worried about it. But something I do want to just say, again, before I end things off, I want to I guess I'll just shamelessly plug some things. So as I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm starting a new podcast with my friend Emma called The Pink Isle. So look for some updates on that in the community tab, as well as a little video trailer I plan on finishing up today. So you can see more of what that's about later. But also, yeah, thanks guys for tuning into the stream, but also getting me to 1,000 subscribers. I mean, it's not like I didn't expect it to happen, but it's something nice. It's nice to know that there are people that appreciate the things that I have to say. So, yeah, I think that's gonna be where we're ending it off today. So, I should have made a post-stream graphic thing, but oh well. Maybe I'll do this again sometime, but until then, I just want to say thanks everyone who came to watch. Thanks everyone who supported me in these past 2 years. And most of all, just thank you guys for being who you are. I think there are a lot of people on the internet that feel generally cynical towards other people, and sometimes that's justified in certain respects, but also I think that things are a lot better when we remember to appreciate the existence of other people. So, yeah, I think that's as good a place as any to end it off. So I'm gonna put up this pre-stream screen in a bit so you can listen to more of the Eric Taxxon track, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, Best wishes.